You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Put that coffee down.
I'm a British nanny, and I'm dangerous.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That was totally wicked!
It's the Al Travis Show, and I literally told our next guest that the day has gone so much better than I had hoped, and it's because Alysen Nesse's on the program with me. Alysen, thanks for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
No, it's I was telling you, and I didn't get to finish it because, had to get the show, that I believe thoroughly now, having chatted with many of my friends on both sides, that the conversation is over with the craziness that's going on in parts of Minnesota. And I don't mean that in a positive sense. The left now has enough. Did you see the officer did this stuff to go along with the goods, the Renee Good stuff, that they can now say, see, it is absolutely terrible. The right now has enough stuff. Did you see the guy spit on the guy? Did you see the guy did this? That the right can now say, we're not following laws, and now no one has to. We have got enough ammo, it's not a terrible phrase, that neither side has to even discuss it anymore. It is lock solid. Do you get that feeling where you're at?
I do.
You do? That's sad.
It is sad. And I struggle because where I sit as this. I struggle because for me, what protesters or citizens or people do does not carry the same weight as what law enforcement does. Law enforcement carries a higher burden of proof, of responsibility, and so comparing the two actions of people versus executing the job of the government those are two different things for me.
Completely agree. And then I'm going to throw my grandmother's thing. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Absolutely not.
So no. You say they're wrong. We got to prove them wrong. That's all great. Doesn't mean you get to break the rules to do that. And so that's what I'm saying is we can all hang on something. Oh, you did the church thing, so now you're a part of the church. It drives me nuts because I'm a freedom of speech guy. But if it's just going to be the rhetoric on both sides, it just gets to a point I don't want to do it. So that's why today's been a good day.
Good.
Because other stuff's happening. And I literally got up this morning and said, I can't do this again. What's the stuff we would be talking about if it weren't for this?
I hope we'd be talking about the Hoosiers winning the national championship.
No, I mean, that was good. I voted over them. Here's what we would be talking about, and it has something to do with this side angle, but here's what I'm going to throw at you. The Democratic Party waited on pins and needles for Governor Walz to get into the race or not, right? For governor, if you go back, whatever it was, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, because no one wanted to get in if he was getting in, and then if they were going to get in because he wasn't getting in, we might have an opening for the Senate seat. We might have the attorney general. Everybody was playing this game. Wait for Walz. Walz gets in. Says, nope, I'm there. Everybody kind of solidifies their spot, right? They're all going, I'm going to go here and I'm going here. So now we got a race. All the entire football team of Republicans that are going after the job, right? I think we're at 14. Something like that. Anyway.
Yeah. Room for more, apparently.
Well, evidently this is a table we can expand. Put a couple more leaves in it. We got dinner for everybody. But on the Democratic side, it was Walz. Now, we hear 2 weeks ago, a little over, that Senator Klobuchar talks with Walz on a Sunday, and Monday he gets out. I'm not saying he said that, but this is the rumor of how we hear it went. And then she is the front runner. And I hear from my friend she can't get in the next day, because it would look like it'd be set up, right? I mean, you at least got to talk to your husband or whatever if you're going to get in the race. So I was predicting 1 week later. The following Monday, we would hear that she's in the race. That was like 17 days ago, Alysen, and no one is running for governor. How in the possibilities in God's green earth in Minnesota, this state, you can yell all you want, red guys, this is not a purple state. It'll be a purple state if you ever win a statewide election again. They don't. This is blue to be had. And, I mean, even with all that's going on, it's a coin flip even. If you want to give it a coin, you're looking at me, don't look at me. You're telling me, even with all that's going on, if Walz was in, you're not saying you thought he'd win?
Oh, I mean, depending on who ran against him, whoever the GOP put up.
Okay, but it's going to be a race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's going to be a race. Yeah. Walz is out, and you're 9 days away from the caucuses, and you do not have a Democratic person wanting to be governor. How is that possible? And that's what you and I would be beating up on, and you know this stuff, so you tell me how. How is that possible in this state? That no one in the Democratic Party wants to try it? Come on. Alysen, here's the thing. I want you and I want you to put your name in. This is low-hanging fruit. You could be waiting for what? The caucuses? You could be governor. I'll be your lieutenant governor, the Al caucus. We'll just do this thing. Yes.
My fourth grade student council slogan was vote for Al, your pal. So
that was mine in fifth grade. I must have stolen it from you.
Clearly.
So give me a legit answer. What are you waiting for? Is it because of what's going on in Minneapolis that we're practically radioactive? You're just going to lose the news cycle? Why is no one running for governor?
It is what's going on. And it's not just Minneapolis. It's Minnesota. I mean, what's going on in Wilmer? What's going on the Iron Range? What's going on in Minneapolis? What's going on in Austin? Yes, they are waiting for the cycle. I think the person is waiting for things to calm because this person likes to have calmness.
You're acting like who we're talking about, because I'm sitting here telling we have 12 or 14 persons who think they'd like the job. Are you telling me there's only one person on the Democratic side that would like this gig?
There is one person who would completely clear the field.
But the person's it's on Amy. I keep calling her Amy, and I don't know her that tight. It's on Amy. We're talking. Stop talking in circles.
The United States Senator. Yeah.
Well, no, I know. I don't know why I do that. I just, she seems like you're on Amy. I just like her. She's Senator Klobuchar, but that's who we're talking about. What?
Yes. Yeah, we are talking about her. Yes.
Okay. So Senator Klobuchar, and I get that. I would not. How do we put it? Dave Hand, Senator Hand, got into the race for Senate. And I think it was on page 6 after what happened with the church. I mean, he got lost in the cycle. I'm not ripping him. I've asked him if he wants to come to the show. We'll talk to him. But I got lost. He's like number 13, or he got lost.
Yeah.
I know she doesn't want to get lost in this, but doesn't it kind of hurt the party by waiting? I mean, what are you waiting for? Do you think Monday's going to be a good day?
Here's the deal. I don't know what she may be waiting for, and I know that everyone's waiting on pins and needles for her. But if I know anything about Senator Klobuchar, she's going to do it when she's going to do it.
And do you know her? Do you know her very well? I don't have any idea. I've had her on my show a couple times when I did cable. I like her. That's, again, back to I shouldn't call her Amy. I get that. I have no idea why I'm that tight with her. But Senator Klobuchar has been on. She's always very pleasant human. I've never had it.
She is wonderfully delightful, actually. Yes.
I never say wonderfully delightful, so I would never say that, but that's just me. But very nice human. Okay, but the world waits for her, because if for whatever reason she said no,
correct,
then there's a calamity, right? Then there's a race to the courthouse to sign up.
We have a really big bench in Minnesota, so we had a very deep bench of a lot of Democrats who have served in public office for a long time. So, it would
let
be
me ask you this: Do you want to be on the bench? This is a sports analogy. You're a sports guy. Mm-hmm. Do you want to be on the bench on a team that you're not allowed in the race if the glory boy quarterback says I'm in? And you know what I'm saying? Do you want to be the third string quarterback on this squad? You're on the bench. And, well, it depends if Amy wants to. Senator, sorry, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what's in my head. Senator Klobuchar wants in the game. She gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot myself too, but I'd probably rather be on a
winning team.
A championship. I'd rather be on Ohio State.
At least that's really an honest answer, Alysen. I love that answer, because hey, at least my team's winning. I may be watching from the closest seat in town on the bench, but at least I'm there. That's
a little more fun to cheer for. Yeah.
Alysen, that is probably the most honest answer. I'm crying just a little bit. That's the most honest answer we've ever had on this program. I've got to go to break. I'll throw it at you. The other story today, I presume, is that Michelle Tafoya has got in on the Republican side. And again, look at the difference. Senator Hand, we're tight again. Senator Hand got in here last week, and I literally don't know if anybody knew that. And now Michelle Tafoya is in. We'll talk about that with Alysen right after this.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner.
Run to my car.
At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters proudly presents Guys and Dolls, packed with comedy, romance, dazzling dance numbers, and unforgettable characters. This Tony Award-winning Best Musical takes you from the gritty streets of New York to the colorful cafes of Havana. It's a high-rolling musical spectacular everyone will love. Don't wait. Visit chanhassendt.com and grab your tickets today. Guys and Dolls, Chanhassen Dinner Theaters, always entertaining you.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
She's Alysen Nesse. We love having her on the program. I just had to wipe the tear out of my eyes because I love when people are honest with me about their thoughts. Alysen, you're muted quick. Your thoughts on Senator Hahn got in, like you say, a week ago, but it just seemed to go away because so much was going on. I think, as far as a senator go, I think he probably has the chops, ability, the understanding of how things work. I don't know that he's necessarily a bad candidate. But when you're going for a Senate seat and you're going up, which you either be Lieutenant Governor or Angie Craig, the amount of money you have to have. I'm sorry, that's the way politics are, people. Sorry. You're shaking your head. I think Michelle Tafoya, being now nationally known, she does a lot on Fox News and that sort of thing. She probably could bring the money to this. Your thoughts on her getting in? That probably gets her a step ahead, right? I mean, a step up.
Absolutely. She has a huge profile, a huge national profile. So she has the ability to fundraise. Everybody's talking about it. She's also not a politician. So she has that sparkle around her as well. David Hand, has only done politics. So
no, and that's a very good point, by the way. So not long ago, I was saying we had no one in this race. It seemed weird that, just like on the other side with you on the governor, we seem to have many people wanting to get that Senate seat. I think the caliber of the folks that are getting in now are changing that profile. Well, we don't know who they are yet, obviously, but do you see that as a much closer race now? Is that becoming something where at least the Democrats are going to have to defend it? I don't mean to be mean to Mr. White. He ran for this before, but if he was the candidate, I don't think you were going to sweat a lot.
No, he's a terrible candidate. He is not a compelling for most moderate voters at all. And that's what you need to win statewide. So if you can win the suburbs with a Republican candidate, you will win. But that hasn't been the case for...
Programming note, self-promotion is that Michelle Tafoya's people, I think we might have her on tomorrow.
I think that's great.
We're
Yeah,
working
you
at it to
should.
be this same
You
time.
should.
Well, I'm trying. Who knows? I mean, goodness gracious. Try to get them all on. Who knows? Will they'll say yes or no? But it looks like she may be on tomorrow. So just for a note, I want to ask you about. This is generic, so don't. This is nothing against you all, but I found it interesting, especially in the days of phones and everybody taping everything and everything. I mean, there's no video. You can't. The good shooting. I mean, how many videos do we have of that? Doorbells and the rest. The church. The people who came in were taking their own videos. Don Lemon took videos of what he was going to. Everybody's doing this.
Yeah.
And now there may or may not be illegal actions against them, and they could use their own flipping phones against them. I wonder if Alysen is partaking. You maybe heard of this, maybe haven't. There's a new TikTok challenge, the 24-hour challenge. Have you heard of this?
I haven't. I'm not a huge.
Okay.
I'm a little too old for the TikTokies.
Well, you're going to get what I'm saying. These kids on this thing, remember the type on thing. These kids now, the TikTok challenge is to get into a store somewhere and stay there for 24 hours unnoticed. The kid got caught at a Target after hours because you have to live stream it. It's a 24-hour live stream. Are these humans that stupid? That literally you're saying, I'm at the Target in Brooklyn Park and he. I mean, can you be that stupid?
It seems like a very sad game of hide and seek.
And again, back to you couldn't do hide and seek and tell people where you were at, and they're filming it. I'm just really disappointed in humans.
Yeah. Me too, but that's not new.
Oh, I've made it to 60. I've been pretty good about the whole thing, and now I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. The idea is to turn yourself into the cops, no problem.
Yeah.
One last topic, and this is, well, again, I think things we would be talking about if it weren't for everything else.
Yeah.
There are 21 states that are suing the federal government not to get SNAP numbers, names, and the information for SNAP. Republican guy Al said, well, why not? It's federal government money. They want to know who you're giving it to. They want to compare it. Minnesota, 21 other states have not. That wouldn't be the story. That's old news. The story is this week that the federal government took the 29 states that did it, most of them red. I mean, beyond there are some others, but most of them the red states. And they found 500,000 people getting SNAP benefits from more than one state. One guy, 6 states. And here's the beauty of us. All of them using the same name. Just the same. And it didn't matter because Iowa doesn't check with Minnesota, whatever. It just don't matter. Just you might as well use your name. It's easy given. So because I'm a math guy, if you put the other 21 states in there, you could suspect at least 1 million human beings are doing this scam.
Yeah.
Is that not enough that Al, am so mad, so over the top, give them the information, find out who these knotheads are, and cut them off? But yet we're suing not to do it. Can you give me one good reason why we're not going after that purported go after just the 500,000 of them? I don't care.
Yeah, no, I actually I don't have the Democratic talking point. I think there's a lot of fear with sharing people's information with the federal government right now, period. But for compliance and oversight and making sure that people aren't gaming the system, you got to share it.
Yeah. And again, the sharing, it's what the federal government's giving to people. They just want the names. Minnesota gets to decide. I don't know that that's I just went and got the new ID card, the real one or whatever. Oh my God. Yeah. You had to bring the child you didn't care for and give them to them. You had to give a pint of blood and the process to get that is off the charts. Yeah. I don't think it's all that bad if the government wants to know your name and if you're using it in 2 states. They know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That isn't news.
Well, not to be snotty, but you'd think if you'd show ICE your ID card, then they wouldn't arrest you. But
I
that
completely
doesn't seem to be
agree.
the case either.
Oh, see, you just brought back the stuff I wasn't talking about today. Son of a... Alysen, I'm falling in love with you. I love having you on the show. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
We're out of time. You have a good day at work and stay warm. It's going to get cold out there.
I got my big jacket. You guys stay warm too.
The big jacket. She's Alysen Nesse on the Al Travis Show.
You need a friend at the Capitol who knows how to get things done.
And you're in luck because that's exactly